Okay, so I had already learned German in my home country, Zimbabwe, and I came with a B1 certificate here. When I first arrived here and started living with the family I live with now, I'm an OP. I take care of 3 kids. I found it very hard in the first weeks to understand German. It was like what we learned was just theory, but like when people are having a conversation, I couldn't understand anything. So the first 2 weeks we had to speak in English, like when they were explaining the job and the schedule for the kids, it was all in English. And as time went by, like after 3 weeks, that's when I could understand like the topic of the conversation, but not every word. Yeah, that was the first problem. And then the cold, the weather here, it was not friendly to me. I come from a very warm continent, very hot country. And yeah, it was really difficult. And they always told me, oh, it's not yet winter yet. I came here in October. Then they're like, oh, it's not yet winter yet. It will still get cold. And I didn't believe them. But in December and January, yeah, that was tough. Yeah, so those were my few months, and also getting used to eating bread every day in the morning, and also for Abendsessen, like dinner. Yes, that was also like something that I had to adapt to.
You don't like our bread?
Weißbrötchen, ja. Dunkelbrötchen, nein.
Yeah, we have an exceptionally bright or wide spectrum of bread sorts. It's world heritage, at least. So I would know, or I want to know in case how when you got here, did it have any special luggage with you? Some things that you took from your hometown to Germany, for example, as a memory or something else?
In fact, there is, yes, I have the small blanket. It reminds me of my dad. My parents got divorced, and it was like the first thing that he bought me with his own money, you know, not like my mom saying, oh, your dad bought this, but then in fact, she was the one that bought it. It was the first thing that he bought, and it comforts me at times when I miss him. That's the only special thing I took from home.
So what was, if I may ask, the reason you left your hometown in the first place? Was it just because of pay, or did you had a whatever scholarship? Is mostly something people came, or we often hear hard.
I did a lot of research, including money, finances, and goals that I want to do. Does it match with each country, like Canada, UK? UK was like the closest fit, but then it had this big obstacle that they don't really promote foreigners when they get hired. You're still at the same level, even after 10 years. And I also have family members like aunts, they who have been there for like 15 years, but are still on the first level job-wise. So that didn't really fit well. And then I did my research in Germany. Everything fit well, especially the apprenticeship system. We also have that back home, and my school results, they are also recognized here. So this was the best fit, and I left home to pursue like more opportunities. We don't really have a lot of opportunities back home due to political reasons and all that. So Germany was the best fit. It fit my goals, my future goals, and yes.
So I take that as you want to stay in Germany, or is there any, I don't know, thought that you may want back in the future?
I want to stay.
Did you travel on your own, or were there any people that helped you, for example?
No, I traveled on my own. I am the first in my intermediate family to travel this far at 19. It was scary for my mom. She couldn't let go. She promised not to cry, but she cried. So yeah, it was scary at first. I thought I would get lost, but I didn't. So here I am.
So what was the certain feeling when you arrived at this big airport of Frankfurt? Quite overwhelming.
It was, and I arrived at night, so that also made me very anxious. And you know, I was raised to be strong and keep on moving. Panicking is not in my vocabulary. Oh, my dad would. Anyways, yeah, panicking is not in our vocabulary. So I had to just follow the signs to like where I was going to meet my host dad. He would say that he will be waiting outside with a card with my name. So I just trusted my gut, and I also followed other people. I'm like, okay, I came with these people, they're going in that direction. Let me just follow them. Maybe we'll end up somewhere and I can see my bags. But yeah.
Did you arrive in 21? There was Corona, right?
Really? Yeah.
I think you
No.
arrived 22.
Yeah, in 22, last year.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was in the wrong year. Was it difficult to socialize when you arrived because of Corona, or was that just not a topic? Or yeah.
No, it was not a topic anymore. And here, I believe it's hard to socialize because it's a small town. It's not like Berlin and Frankfurt. You go to a bar, you meet anyone, you make friends. Here, it's really quiet. And yeah, I had the opportunity to make friends at the Illuminau University, where I was doing my B2.
Did you had any any expectations of Germany? Any, I don't know, even stereotypes or so when you came, or when you planned to came to Germany? Did you have any even fears, or were there expectations in this way?
Stereotypes. There was one particular when, like, back at home, people would ask me, oh, what are your plans? And I would say, oh, I'm going to Germany in like 2 months. They'll be like, oh, it's not nice. You know, it's hard to make friends. They're not sociable. You'll be so lonely. Everyone said that. And what was surprising is the people that say that have never been to Germany. You know, you can't tell me about a place where you haven't been. It's like someone wants to go to the Maldives and I'll say, oh, you'll die of these diseases or what. No, but that was the stereotype that, you know, took me alight, that German people are not nice. But they are nice. You know, they're so friendly here where I live. Maybe in other places, I don't know. But here where I live, they are so nice. Everyone just smiles at you and says Guten Morgen. You know, it's so warm here in Arnstadt. Let me specify that, here in Arnstadt. Yes. That was the only stereotype that I heard. I had expectation. I had an expectation that it would be really cold, and it was. It was freezing here, and winter was hard for me. I couldn't adapt. It was really difficult. It made me want to go back home. I was like, no, I can't survive in this country. This is too cold. But then I made it through winter, so everything is okay.
How do you keep in touch with your family and friends at home?
We talk on WhatsApp every day, literally every day. I call my mom every day.
Yeah.
And is she still anxious about what you do, or has she now, I don't know how to say it,